Speaking of first and second round picks, is it time for our mock draft?
I am all in, Aidan. So while I pull this up, why don't you explain to the nice people who should be going over to YouTube now if they are listening
and subscribing if you haven't already. We got 20
Yeah.
subscribers in this past week since the NFC Championship, so thank you. We're closing in on 400. Let's see if we can get there before next week. Next week, go to 500, win a Super Bowl, then get to 5,000, and see if we can go from there.
Yes, please.
So, all right. So basically what we do is the computer will pick for the rest of the teams. We'll pick a team that we want to pick for. So I'll pick for the Eagles, and Kevin will pick for the Cowboys. Like we said, we're just going to do 5 rounds. We don't have to do anything too crazy. We'll get into the 7th rounds as we get closer to the draft. We'll give more insight as we go into the draft. But basically, it's pretty simple. This whole system on PFF will filter it out for us. It'll give players that we could be interested in, and we go from there.
Perfect. Let's start this draft with the Chicago Bears on the clock.
Will Anderson, I saw that.
All right, so we'll just
hold on, Kevin. I'm a little confused. Before we get into the picks, we're so good at football. Shouldn't we be picking 31 or 32? How come it ended at 10?
I don't know. Was there a trade?
Well, maybe, but we traded for AJ Brown, so you'd think like we'd have less first round picks.
Maybe none.
Who did we trade with for pick 10?
I don't know. Maybe a team that just traded a coach and got a first back.
Oh, the Saints. But wait, they gave us chance. So you're telling me we got Chauncey Gardner-Johnson from them, but we still have their first round pick in the top 10? Huh.
Weird, right?
Super weird. But oh well, I digress. I'll pick a 10 and then again. Why not? So Will Anderson went first overall. Will Levis going 2 would be an insane move. Bryce Young goes 4 to the Indianapolis Colts, which would be huge for them. And I think that's the Colts are pick 3, right? Is that a trade or something like that? Or maybe I have my draft order wrong. And then CJ Stroud to the Raiders there at pick 7. So that would work out pretty well for the Eagles.
Yes,
if that happened. With a bunch of quarterbacks going off the board. So let's see who we want to pick at 10. Kevin, if you want to scroll through right there and see what we got.
So we have
Quentin Johnson, wide receiver from TCU. Absolutely not under any circumstances. No.
Michael Mayer.
He'll be good. I saw a thing that they're going to have 3 first-round tight ends for the first time since 2017.
He's a freak. Bijan Robinson.
Another good one, but that's just insane to take him at this point.
Zay Flowers, crazy. Smith and Jigba.
He'll be there.
Edge rusher, Nolan Smith from Georgia.
All right, I'm good. Georgia. So Brandon Graham announced today he is coming back to the NFL, but he's not sure if he'll be back to the Eagles. Even if he's not, Derek Barnett will not be back next year. So we need depth at edge rusher. So why don't we go to my favorite school in the entire world, Georgia? Nolan Smith, edge rusher from Georgia. I'll take him and pick 10.
Thank you very much. Nice doing business with you, Georgia, as always.
As always, the factory continues.
All right, all right. So let's see who we got here. Well, we have that team right there, Georgia, and tackle maybe possibly a issue for the Dallas Cowboys, right? Terrence Steele at right tackle is coming off the ACL. Terry's also a restricted free agent. They have the first round pick. Tyler Smith, who was playing left tackle, played well. They bumped him into guard. We don't know what Tyron Smith. So tackle is an option here, but I'm not going there with first round pick. So we're looking down here. Safety, linebacker, maybe tight end. Aidan,
you know what to do.
I think I know what to do. Cornerback was one of the biggest concerns for the Dallas Cowboys this year, opposite Trayvon Diggs. I would argue Trayvon Diggs had arguably a better year than he did the year before with less picks. He was better in coverage this year. Definitely down the stretch, had some games where you go, ugh. But beyond him, Deron Bland played well in the slot, the rookie this year. However, that CB2 spot, Aidan, Anthony Brown was not very good, and then he got hurt, and it got worse. Kelvin Joseph was terrible. Nashawn Wright did not do much. They brought in Xavier Rhodes. He's 85 years old. The only person that seemed to solidify that spot somewhat in the playoffs was my guy, Makwamu. Calling for him all year. But when you have an option to pick a player like Joey Porter at 26, a cornerback from Penn State, you turn the card in, Aidan.
100%.
So that's what I'm going to do.
Great
Joey
pick.
Porter, cornerback, Penn State, opposite Draymond Diggs.
I have a this year what I'm going to do, and we'll debut it later, but I'm going to have a Georgia kid list and a non-Georgia kid list. He's number one on my non-Georgia kid list. I'm Central PA biased, but that kid's really, really good. That's
a hell of a pick right before you. Josh Downs going to Kansas City, man. Oh, they just continue to get weapons.
Oh, yeah. All right. And let's see what else we got. Broderick Jones and Joey Porter. Cool. All right. Let's scroll a little bit and see what we got. All right. I'm good.
Okay.
So I think James Bradbury unfortunately walks in the offseason. Hell of a year by him. And just another fantastic. It was the most common sense move of the offseason was to get him once the Giants dropped him, and just a perfect placeholder there at CB2. Upgrade from Stevie Nelson the year prior, and even he was pretty solid. But I think he is the odd man out this offseason, which means you'll need a cornerback. So how about Kaylee Ringo, the cornerback from Georgia?
Georgia. Boom. Pick 31. Dallas Cowboys now coming up on the clock here at pick 58. All right, so we have a center on the board here from Minnesota. Safety, edge rusher, edge rusher, edge rusher. They need a lot. This is not falling the way my other drafts have fallen.
Yeah, this one looks a little rough, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I see.
I know you don't like guys from USC.
I was gonna say that one's different though.
Yeah,
I like
so that's
still. Even I was gonna say I might be changing my tide on USC with Lincoln Riley. Because I love Caleb Williams. You know I love Caleb.
So obviously Micah has been really doing wondrous things. DeMarcus Lawrence will be back on another deal, but that other edge, right? It's, Dorrance Armstrong, who just got paid, did have a very good year, but I'm sure Dante Fowler is not going to be back. And you can never have too many edge rushers, too many defensive linemen. I think we see that from the Philadelphia Eagles. So I'm going Tuli Tuliopulu from USC, the edge rusher at pick 58.
Nice. I actually do like that a lot. All right. I'm on the board at pick 63. Let's see what we got. Let's scroll a little bit. There was one position that I'm a little bit targeting, and I think it might be the right time to take a look.
I can go by that position if you'd like.
Yeah, I think it's about that time. Could you click on running back for me?
Mm-hmm. Man, this is falling so much differently than the ones I've done.
That is rough. I'm assuming the kid from UCLA got chosen.
Looks like it.
Wow. Well, that sucks. I'll tell you that right now. Man. All right. Well, I don't think I need to go. I might still, because I like Tank Bigsby. I feel like I'd be okay with that. Name alone. He's not. I will preface this. It's not my favorite running back. I really like the kid from UCLA, Charbonnet. Jahmyr Gibbs, if they took him, I'd be fine. I'm not taking Bijan Robinson in the top 10, but he is an all-around, like he'll be great in the league, but you can't take a top 10 pick with him. So there's some names. The kid from Kansas State is still on there, Deuce Vaughn. To me, he's a little bit repetitive to what Kenny Gainwell is for you. The running back from Pittsburgh is good. Ooh, Georgia running back. Should I do that? Kenny McIntosh. He's coming off an ACL. I do like Travis Dye, but coming off the ACL, it's kind of rough. Yeah, you can give me Tank Bigsby. I'll survive.
Tank Bigsby from Auburn. Pick 63. Dallas Cowboys now, all the way at pick 90. All right. Ooh.
J.R. Brown is still on. Man, I did not know that. I'm gonna win safety, to be honest with you. I knew J.R. Brown was still on the board.
So it's round 3. I'm going to do something a little crazy here, I think.
Take Hendon Hooker.
So today, Stephen Jones said that the Dallas Cowboys are now invested in picking a quarterback every single year in the draft.
Okay.
Cooper Rush is a free agent. He's probably not going to be back. Hendon Hooker behind Dak Prescott. Why not?
Wow.
Being crazy, Ed. Being crazy. You have 2 picks left.
I'm back on the board at pick 95. This is classic Eagles depth on the offensive line. So click any offensive line position. I'll take a look through and see what we got.
There we got a guard here from TCU.
Yeah, that's
center
a good one.
from Ohio State. Guard from USC. Tackle from Oregon State.
Yeah.
Center from Wisconsin. Can never go wrong with that.
I was going to say, I trust that one without even having watching that kid play. Guard
from UCLA. Wide receiver from Princeton. Can't go bad there.
That's hilarious. Good for that kid. You know what? Let me actually do something I might do something a little bit different. I might go safety. I saw one that I liked. Ronnie Hickman from the Ohio State University.
Boom.
Thank you.
I still have 4 picks here, Aidan.
Oh my God. Do I have any?
This is where the rubber meets the road. All right. So both these positions I need, right? I have not invested in wide receiver. I've not invested in running back yet. So let's see who we got here. Oh, I love Xavier Hutchinson. I love the name. I love what he did in Brocktober. But can I take him that far ahead of Jonathan Mingo, who played in the SEC? Great name. Lane Kiffin guy.
AJ Brown, DK Metcalf, Jonathan Mingo.
Yep. I'm going to go Jonathan Mingo here. The Mingo ate my baby. And the Eagles back on the clock. Your last. Oh, no. Is this your last pick? Yes, this is your last pick.
Can the Georgia kid play guard?
Can you coach him to play guard? You have one of the best offensive line coaches in the league.
True. It says needs wide receiver, guard, center. Yeah, might as well. Cedric Van Pran, the center from Georgia.
Boom. Perfect. All right. I still have 3 picks left. We're getting there.
Jesus.
So, let's see here. Interior is definitely something we need. Wide receiver, I just picked. The linebacker. So Jalen Redmond scares me a little bit just because we went to this well at Oklahoma with Neville Gallimore and he hasn't fully panned out. So let me see what else we got here with interior defensive lineman. Love it. Dale. Don't love it. So I'm going to go Redmond just because of the value pick here.
Yeah.
And we will be on to 170. So I'm going to see what's available at running back. A lot. But I'm going to do what you do. Running back from Georgia.
Do it.
Backup, whatever. Give them to me. And we are on the last pick, and I am going to double dip here at cornerback because we need as much help on the back end at cornerback as possible. And Kansas State always comes up with
Boom.
players. Aidan, let's see our grades. I'm sure they're going to be bad.
I hated my grades last time.
Yep.
Last
And
season.
you
I got exactly who the Eagles got, and Jordan Davis. Then we're like, oh, great pick.
all right. B minus, B plus, A minus, A, C, B. All right. I got a B. I'm okay
Nice.
with a B.
All right.
I'm okay with a B. Let's
That's
go to
pretty
this.
solid. Nice. I got straight D's, C minus and B. It's kind of like school, D plus overall. Listen,
Perfect.
D plus means you can play in the game. Everything above a 70%, you're allowed to play.
Georgia, Auburn, Ohio State, Georgia. And then we can always look. Let's see how the first round went here. So anybody that stands out.
If the Eagles took Joey Porter Jr. at 10, I wouldn't even be shocked.
Yeah.
Devin Witherspoon at 12 is right on. I would take him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bijan Robinson going to Washington. Don't love that.
But it's 16 though.
Yeah, it's a little.
Jordan Addison to the Giants. Jackson Smith and Jigba to the.
Yeah, hate this.
Jackson Smith and Jigba and Justin Jefferson together would be a lethal combo.
No, thank you. So yeah, I mean, and Josh Downs, if that happens going to Kansas City, that's just another playmaker that it's too much. So that is our mock draft 0.0.